There are 7 specific jet ski models sitting on the used market right now, most of them under $10,000, that will still be running strong long after the supercharged flagship parked next to them has needed its second rebuild. Nobody at the dealership pushes these because the margins are better on the loud, powerful models with all the electronics and the badge that impresses people at the ramp. Here's why these 7 actually last, and here's the 7. Most jet skis that fail early fail for one specific reason: a supercharger. It's not that superchargers are bad engineering, it's that a supercharged engine runs hotter, under more internal pressure, with more components that can fail: an intercooler, a drive belt, a bypass valve, all to squeeze out horsepower most riders never actually use on a normal weekend at the lake. A naturally aspirated engine, no supercharger, no intercooler, just displacement and simplicity, runs cooler, has fewer failure points, and consistently rides up rental fleets and used listings with hour counts that would terrify a supercharged owner checking their own engine's service history. These 7 all share that same underlying philosophy. Let's start with number 7. Number 7, the Yamaha WaveRunner EX series. This is Yamaha's true entry-level recreation line, and independent reviewers who evaluate reliability across the entire WaveRunner lineup consistently name the EX and VX families together as the most dependable machines Yamaha builds, specifically because neither uses a supercharger or the added complexity that comes with one. The EX shares its naturally aspirated engineering philosophy directly with Yamaha's flagship reliability reputation, just in a smaller, lighter, less expensive package aimed at riders who don't need a race-inspired hull or top-tier horsepower to enjoy a normal day on the water. For a rider who wants the Yamaha name and the Yamaha durability, without paying for horsepower that just adds stress to the engine and heat to the power head, the EX is the way in, and it consistently shows up in used listings with owners who describe it as the boring, reliable choice they never had to think twice about. Number 6, the Kawasaki Ultra LX. Most people know the Ultra name from Kawasaki's supercharged touring flagships that dominate magazine covers and spec sheet comparisons, but the LX variant strips the supercharger out entirely and runs the same proven engine and pump architecture found in Kawasaki's longest-running model, just packaged into a larger touring hull built for comfort over raw speed. That shared architecture matters, because it means the LX isn't a cheaper, lesser design cobbled together to hit a price point beneath its supercharged siblings. It's the exact same engineering that's already been proven reliable for close to 2 decades on the water across thousands of units, simply offered without the supercharger for riders who want long, easy days rather than outright top speed on a Saturday afternoon. Number 5, the Sea-Doo Spark. This is the cheapest new personal watercraft you can buy from any major manufacturer today, and independent reviewers who rank Sea-Doo's entire lineup by reliability consistently put the naturally aspirated Spark at the top alongside the larger GTI family, specifically because it skips the supercharger every performance model in Sea-Doo's lineup relies on for its horsepower numbers. The Spark's hull is built from Polytech, a lightweight polypropylene material instead of traditional fiberglass, which is exactly why the Spark undercuts every competitor on price while still holding up to real recreational use season after season. Its Rotax 900 ACE engine is the same naturally aspirated power plant Sea-Doo uses across its most affordable, most proven models in the entire current lineup. Number 4, the Sea-Doo GTI. One owner documented running the naturally aspirated Rotax 1503 engine across 3 different GTI models, a 2008, a 2011, and a 2012, logging over 400 hours total with only a single head gasket failure around the 250-hour mark, a wear item rather than a structural failure worth worrying about. Independent reviewers confirm the 1503 has been in production since the early 2000s, specifically because it is a solid, proven design. Sea-Doo has never needed to replace outright, only refine generation after generation. The GTI line has been built exclusively around naturally aspirated engines for its entire history, never once offering a supercharged variant even as an option, which tells you exactly what Sea-Doo itself considers this hull's proper use case to be. Be sure to subscribe if this has been helpful so far. Number 3, the Kawasaki STX-15F. Introduced for the 2004 model year with its 1,498 cubic centimeter engine, the STX-15F ran in production essentially unchanged all the way until 2020, a run reviewers directly call the longest of any single personal watercraft model in history, cosmetic updates aside. Its engine is built on the same Ninja motorcycle engineering Kawasaki uses across its sport bike lineup, delivering a genuine 160 horsepower with zero supercharging involved anywhere in the process. Owners who've run these for well over a decade consistently report the same thing in forums and reviews alike. There's very little to break, and the engine is a proven workhorse that keeps running long after flashier models have needed major work. Number 2, the original Yamaha WaveRunner. Yamaha entered the personal watercraft market in 1986 with the WaveRunner 500, also known as the WR500, the world's first sit-down personal watercraft ever put into production. That first model ran a simple two-stroke engine with no forced induction of any kind. And that same commitment to simple, unforced engineering is still the through line in Yamaha's most reliable current machines, even though the underlying technology has moved on to four-stroke engines entirely. Yamaha didn't discover reliability by accident partway through its history after a few rough early years. The company built its entire reputation on straightforward, unfussy engineering from the very first model off the line, and that 4-decade track record is exactly why Yamaha's reputation for durability holds up as well as it does today, even against competitors chasing bigger horsepower numbers every model year. Number 1, the Yamaha WaveRunner VX110, later just called the VX, running the MR1 engine. The MR1 debuted in 2002 inside the Yamaha FX140 as the first 4-stroke personal watercraft engine ever built. A 1,052 cubic centimeter 4-cylinder unit adapted from Yamaha's own R1 motorcycle platform and re-engineered for continuous marine duty. 3 years later, in 2005, Yamaha dropped a detuned version of that same engine into the all-new VX110, and that combination stuck around essentially unchanged for the better part of a decade, carrying the VX name through until around 2014. The VX line built a reputation as one of the most reliable machines Yamaha has ever sold, and it's genuinely one of the most common jet skis you'll find in rental fleets today, precisely because rental operators need something that keeps running under constant, unforgiving daily use with minimal maintenance drama. Owners on marine forums consistently report logging well over 1,000 hours on this engine with nothing more than routine maintenance and regular oil changes, which is exactly the kind of consistency that makes an engine trustworthy on the used market. The pattern across all 7 of these is identical. Every single one skips the supercharger, the single component responsible for more premature personal watercraft failures than anything else in the entire category, more than hull material, more than hours, more than storage conditions. Every one of them comes from an engineering lineage with years, sometimes decades, of real-world proof behind it. Not a marketing claim invented for a showroom floor or a spec sheet nobody outside the factory has actually tested against. And every one of them is priced the way it is, specifically because simplicity doesn't carry the same profit margin as a supercharged flagship, not because the underlying engineering is inferior in any way that actually matters once you're out on the water. One caveat worth carrying into the used market. Naturally aspirated doesn't mean maintenance-free, and neglect will shorten the life of even the most proven engine on this list. Check the impeller, and wear ring for damage before you buy. Flush the cooling system after every saltwater use without exception, and ask for actual hour counts and maintenance records rather than trusting a clean-looking hull alone, since a fresh coat of polish tells you nothing about what's actually happening inside the engine. A well-maintained example of any model on this list will outlast a neglected flagship twice its price, decade after decade. Which one surprised you most? Or is there one on this list you already own? Tell me in the comments and I'll see you in the next one.